Uju was the envy of her village when she married Obinna, a kind and prosperous man from a respected family. Their love was deep, and their home was filled with laughter and hope. Yet, as the seasons turned, one blessing eluded them: the cry of a child. 15 long years passed, and Uju's hope began to curdle into despair. Her mother-in-law, Mama Ngozi, a woman whose tongue was as sharp as a newly honed hoe, grew impatient. The humiliation. The family compound, once a haven, became a source of daily anguish for Uju. Mama Ngozi would sigh dramatically, loudly lamenting the wasted seed of her son. "A beautiful home is nothing without the pitter-patter of tiny feet," she would pronounce, her eyes fixed accusingly on Uju. Obinna's sisters, Nkechi and Chidinma, offered cruel advice. "Perhaps your chi is angry, Uju," Nkechi would suggest with a smirk. Chidinma would follow up, "Or maybe, sister, some wombs are simply meant to remain as barren as the Harmattan desert." At family gatherings, Uju was relegated to the furthest corner, the whispers of barren woman and dried-up well following her like shadows. Her once radiant spirit was slowly being extinguished by the constant humiliation. Obinna loved his wife, but even his shield of affection could not entirely fend off the relentless social pressure. Uju felt utterly alone. The desperate packed one sweltering evening, after a particularly vicious confrontation with Mama Ngozi, Uju fled her home. Her feet carried her instinctively to the edge of the Nkisi River, a place where the air was cool and the ancient spirits were said to dwell. Tears streamed down her face as she looked into the dark, swirling water. "Great spirit of the river," she whispered, her voice cracking, "I cannot bear this shame any longer. My life is meaningless. Take my strength, take my happiness, take my very life if you must. But please, grant me a child." She knelt and offered a bowl of kola nuts and a piece of white chalk into the river's depths. Suddenly, the surface of the water shimmered, and a figure emerged, not quite human, but radiating an ethereal, cold beauty. It was the water goddess, Umami Wada. Her skin shone like polished copper, and her hair was a cascade of seaweed and pearls. The goddess spoke, her voice like the gentle rush of the tide. "I hear your pain, daughter of the land. I shall grant your wish, a child of unmatched beauty. But understand this, when you conceive this sacred gift, your life energy shall flow out, for the child belongs to both the land and the water. You shall carry her, but you will not raise her." Uju, consumed by her desire for motherhood, did not hesitate. "I accept," she cried. "Let me hold her once, and I will die content." The beautiful child within the next moon, Uju conceived. The pregnancy was strangely smooth, yet intensely draining. She glowed with a sorrowful, otherworldly beauty, and her strength slowly ebbed away with each passing day. 9 months later, she gave birth to a stunning baby girl. The child's skin was flawless, and her eyes, the color of deep forest streams, held an ancient wisdom. Uju named her Mamiri Enma, meaning water beauty. Uju held her daughter close, tears of overwhelming joy and profound loss mingling on the child's soft cheek. Just as the water goddess had warned, Uju's last reserves of life faded as she breathed in the scent of her daughter's newborn skin. Uju died peacefully with a smile on her face, the curse of barrenness lifted by the ultimate sacrifice. Mamiri Enma, the fairest maiden Obinna, heartbroken but devoted, raised Mamiri Enma with the help of a loving aunt. Mama Ngozi and the sisters, awestruck and humbled by the mystery of Uju's death and the spectacular birth, dared not utter another cruel word. They treated the girl with a fearful reverence. Miri Enma grew into a magnificent woman. She was not just beautiful, she possessed a grace that transcended the human. Her laughter sounded like the chime of smooth pebbles. Her skin seemed to catch and reflect the moonlight. Her presence brought a calm, cool air, even on the hottest days. She was the jewel of the 9 villages. Young men of stature, wealth, and bravery came from far and wide, offering rich gifts: livestock, gold, and barrels of palm wine, all wanting to take Mamiri Enma as their wife. Yet Miri Enma held herself apart. She was polite, kind, but utterly untouchable. Every suitor felt a strange distance. a sense that a part of her soul still belonged to the deep, swirling waters of the Nkisi River. The most beautiful girl in the land, the ultimate price of a mother's love and a desperate pact, was a treasure that seemed destined to remain slightly out of reach.